Welcome back to Robert Loyale, where I show you the ins and outs of graphic design as it pertains to t-shirts, logos, and GIF animations. And today, we're looking at Redbubble. We're going to examine Redbubble for some of these Michael Jackson t-shirts. I was told that they have a lot of them, and we all know Michael Jackson was almost like the pinnacle of fashion back in the 80s and the 90s. And as a matter of fact, he took fashion to a whole nother level. And what Michael Jackson considered to be casual fashion for him ended up being high fashion for everybody else. So Michael Jackson was a beast. And it's definitely time to explore some of these graphic tees that Redbubble is putting out. And today is Michael Jackson's birthday, so I just want to go ahead and examine some of these t-shirts on Redbubble. So if you guys are excited to see some new t-shirts, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, then consider subscribing because I do stuff like this all the time. And if you guys like any of these t-shirts that I'm about to review, then go ahead and leave in the comment section below. We can definitely talk about it. I feel like there's going to be some things that I like and there's going to be some things that I don't like. But this is kind of how like most of these reviews go. So we'll see what's going on. With that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and get to this video. Now, Redbubble is another one of those print-on-demand kind of t-shirt spots or whatnot. They do have other things like devices and stickers and wall art and just a bunch of other things or whatnot. So you'll definitely see like a bunch of casual people putting like designs on t-shirts that probably they took off the internet, or they had somebody design for them, or just maybe the casual designer made. So you definitely want to check some of these out. And as you can see, people just kind of upload art or whatnot. And I mean, you get some good ones, you get some bad ones, really. You know, like, this is not all that great, but this is kind of awesome right here. This little coffee cup right here is kind of awesome. It really just depends on, you know, that art. So you get some hit and miss, but it just really is what it is. So right off the back, we got this one right here, and it's pretty awesome in its own. I kind of like it just a little bit. It has like that lines or whatnot. So I remember seeing this in one of Michael Jackson's actual videos. I'm not 100% sure, but I remember seeing this in like one of his videos. If you guys remember the video, leave it in the comment section below. I think with this being a two-tone shirt, it really doesn't give it justice, but it's just really up to what you guys feel. I mean, if you like it, you definitely like it, but for $30, I don't think I like this shirt. So here's another one that's kind of playing off the Scream video or whatnot, which I thought was one of my favorite videos from like the 90s. Outside of like a few others, this was one of my favorite ones. And I kind of like how this looks on this shirt. I guess you could say Photoshop really does look good when you put it at 300 DPI. But when we look at the actual design, there's just a few things. Now, shout out to Miss Shannon for this. If you're watching, Miss Shannon, you're pretty awesome at what you do. But there is some inconsistencies that we can talk about. Now, the first inconsistency that we can talk about is that this hair is kind of jagged. As a matter of fact, it's kind of jagged all over. It's not really that smooth or anything like that. Now, that's 100% up to you if that's what you want to do, but I'm not really into like jagged drawings from like Illustrator or Photoshop. If you get it in Photoshop, that's cool, but if you do it in Illustrator, you should really have some really clean, crisp lines, especially when you're doing like vector illustrations. Now, I actually show you guys how to make a vector illustration in my last video, so if you guys want to check that out, definitely do that. I'm definitely putting some more up Friday. But that's the first inconsistency. The one thing about that video is that you weren't supposed to see Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson looking any different from what they already do. As a matter of fact, they dressed them up in the same outfit and they kind of gave them the same hairstyle, except, you know, Michael Jackson's hair is a little bit longer. So when we look at this and we can see like the highlights and the shadows in Janet Jackson's hair, but we don't see highlights and shadows in Michael Jackson's hair, definitely knowing that Michael Jackson's hair was always shining, that's an inconsistency. That actually goes against the actual video, and I'm not really a fan of that. But the shirt does look good, so I would possibly pay for it, but not for $40. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm a graphic designer, I'm a t-shirt designer. I know I wouldn't buy anything for like $40 because I can probably make it myself. But this is a pretty good t-shirt, and I like the way it looks. Now, here's another one that kind of plays off that, I guess, loading screen from the videos or whatnot. I'm not really sure if I like this one more than the other one, or if I like this one less than the other one. It's pretty much the same design, so, I mean, it's cool. You can put it on a different color, I guess. I mean, it's just technically the same design, except this one has kind of like a gold sheen on it. So, in my opinion, with this one being cheaper than the other one, I would probably choose this one over that one. But it is what it is. It's the same shirt. Now, this one is actually pretty good, and I like this one because it makes use of the black and whites, all right? And it has its own little texture and all that stuff. it's pretty cool. It doesn't say Michael Jackson, but we know what this came from. This came from Thriller. Now the only gripe that I have is that maybe they could have put in like some red text somewhere, or you know, that kind of jagged text that they used in the actual video. I mean, it looks good, but I kind of feel like that's just a missed opportunity. It does look good though. I really like the way this one's turning out, and the fact that it's on a t-shirt that women like, that's even better. So this is a shirt for women. Maybe they have a men's variation, they just didn't put it up, but this is pretty awesome. So I'm gonna click on this, and you guys, like I said, with the jacket, this looks good. I would get this for my girlfriend or my sisters or anything like that, even for my mom. She actually liked the Thriller video. Now here's an actual birthday tribute, and this is actually from Anila Tack. So Anila Tack, shout out to you. You're pretty awesome with this one. It looks pretty good to me. I like the way it stands out. This is a chiffon top, so it's pretty awesome. I think women really would like this. And then how she's kind of wearing it is pretty cool. So I really like this top. I think I would give this one for $33 though. I don't know. I could make this one myself. So for $33, maybe $34, I don't know. But it is pretty cool. But when you turn it into white and all you get is white sleeves and a white back, I don't know if I really like that. I mean, it's an all over print, but it does look good. So I definitely give this one maybe a 3 out of 5. Now here's one that was, I guess, claimed to be by Dr. Dre or whatnot. So if Dr. Dre, you made this one and you watch my videos, what's up? Now I really like the way that they incorporated the feet from the videos or whatnot in this. So this is awesome. And I also like the way they drew Michael Jackson, the old school Michael Jackson, the one that's throwing up the love sign back here. That's pretty cool. Actually, the only gripe that I have about this is that, what is this robot right here? I'm not sure if this the Beats robot or if this is something that Michael Jackson was kind of, I guess, playing around with, but I'm not really a fan of it. It's kind of in the way to me. Also, layout wise, I feel like this Beats by Dre could be down here somewhere. Another gripe that I kind of have is that the Beats by Dre, like the actual text, is really close to the feet, which is kind of ignoring the X space of the actual text. So maybe if you can bring that over just a little bit. It has a clear X space between the Beats and the Dre up here, but over here by Michael Jackson's foot, it's kind of ignoring the X space. The original designer, or if this was by Dre, you might want to just kind of move that over to the right just a little bit. Now when we put this on a green t-shirt, this is kind of what we get, and I kind of feel like this looks better in green than it did on like red and all that stuff, because it was presented in red. Remember that it was presented in red, but it looks better in green. So maybe he should have designed for a green and just only green instead of putting it on like red and all these other colors, because when we put it on a black shirt, now we start seeing contrast issues where the black is now bleeding in with the black of the shirt. It just doesn't work out right. Now this is an epic Mickey kind of thing. Like, it's pretty cool in white. I really like the way it looks in white, and it's a good design. So shout out to the designer for doing this. However, what if I wanted to get it in black and we can still see the white lines here and there? You know, it's not really flexible for every color. And that's things that you got to think about as a t-shirt designer. Like, it's not just art. We're not t-shirt artists. We're t-shirt designers. And with t-shirt design, you have to be able to be flexible. If you're going to have it for one color, don't list like all these other colors. This is amateur hour for me. Once again, this is a very cool design. I like the way it looks. Shout out to that designer. But when we put it on a black shirt, this is what we get, and that's kind of hard to see. As a matter of fact, you would not know that this is Michael Jackson. It doesn't look right. The blacks don't even work with each other. So it's like you have this one black right here and another black, and it's standing out, and that's a bad design choice. This is more about like you picking your colors now at this point in time. Like, you know what type of shirt you're putting your design on, yet the black doesn't work with each other. Now this is the last one I'm gonna look at on Redbubble, because I feel like Redbubble is kind of amateur hour right now, but this is pretty cool. If we put it on purple, it looks good in purple. If we put it on blue, it looks good in blue just a little bit. If you put it in red, the design gets lost. Like, look at this. Would you guys purchase this? Let me know in the comment section if I'm tripping, because I feel like I wouldn't purchase this. This is really bad. And you know what? I feel like there's a misconception here. I feel like the reason why a lot of people have all these different colors is because they have to have variation. They have to have variety, because a lot of people don't just like black and white. And I understand that, but you know what? People do like black and white. People do just like regular colors. But when you put it on like different color shirts, you're really shooting yourself in the foot, which is why he or she presented this shirt in black. You guys be very aware of what colors you're printing on. Now I'm bringing you guys into Hot Topic because I feel like Hot Topic is pretty much a good place for you to find good designs. As a matter of fact, if you're designing, just go to Hot Topic and just motivate from here. This is where I get a lot of my motivation from, okay? So let's talk a little bit about what I would consider a good design, which is this Michael Jackson t-shirt right here. And there's a few reasons why I like this t-shirt. And I shouldn't really be basing this off a logo design or anything like that, because t-shirt design is not logo design. But a lot of people make that misconception. So the first thing I want to talk about is memorability. And when people see this shirt, they're automatically going to think about the Michael Jackson Bad in 1988. And the reason why is because they put emphasis on that. So you have the 1988 and Bad in red. So it's already bringing hierarchy to that because the colors are contrasting the actual design. And then you have a picture of Michael Jackson, which is not in the way. It serves a purpose and actually balances the design. And then to add emphasis that this is a Michael Jackson t-shirt, they put Michael Jackson on the actual t-shirt, which is good layout. Then when you flip the shirt to the back, you get a little bit more emotional content because this lists out the songs from that album. So you have Bad, The Way You Make Me Feel, Speed Demon, Liberian Girl, just all those different songs. So this shirt is actually exceeding more of a shirt. It's not just a shirt. This is a memorabilia that's pretty versatile and timeless in its own. And while we're talking about versatile, notice that this shirt is just a shade of different grays, all right? So you have like a darker gray, a lighter gray, a almost white kind of gray. And then you look at Michael Jackson and he's gray. He's not even in black. He's gray. And those whites work out. Those tones in Michael Jackson's face work out. His shirt work out with the actual shirt. So this shirt is going above and beyond the actual shirt. This is why this shirt is good design. But you guys, maybe I'm just judging harshly. Maybe I'm just being a little too harsh because Redbubble is for casual designers that just want to make custom t-shirts and stuff like that. Hot Topic will have like copyright for what they need to do and all that stuff. So in terms of copyright and in terms of just people being casual artists, I understand. But for the prices that people are putting up on Redbubble and Zazzle and Spreadshirt and all that stuff for Michael Jackson t-shirts, and then you go to Hot Topic and get it for like $25 or less, I just think those t-shirts on Redbubble should be just a little bit more competitive with their prices. But that's just me. So you guys let me know in the comment section below what you like, which ones you like. Did you like anything from Redbubble or did you like anything from Hot Topic? Do you actually agree with me? Like, do you agree that people are pricing a little bit too high for the stuff that they're putting out when there's something better out there? Or are you the person that's kind of supporting them because they're just artists trying to make it? You let me know in the comment section below. But with that being said, you guys, if you like this one, give me a thumbs up. But with that being said, let's go ahead and close this one out. So stay amazing, stay creative, but above all else, stay awesome.
Yeah.